Hi, the topic for today's problem comes from coordinate geometry, especially from equation of a line. So the problem here says find the equation of the perpendicular dropped from the point -1, 2 onto the line joining the points 1, 4 and 2, 3. So let's see what this means. Okay, so you have a perpendicular that's dropped from a point onto a line, and we just draw a rough diagram of what this might look like. Okay, this may not even be the representation of this line, but let's just kind of get a drawing. It could mean there's a line like this, which is the line 1, 4, 2, 3, and there's a perpendicular that's dropped from somewhere here probably. Let's just pretend this is a perpendicular that's dropped from there. Okay, this may not even be how it is, but just roughly pretend that this is the case. So this, let's say this is 1, 4 and this is 2, 3, and this perpendicular is dropped onto that line from -1, 2. Okay. So they're asking you the equation of this particular line, the perpendicular line, equation of this line. Okay, so let's see how we go about this. Let's see how we kind of solve this. Okay, so first things first is we've got to find the slope of the line that joins 1, 4 and 2, 3. So slope is essentially the difference of the y coordinates, that's these two, so 3 minus 4, divided by the difference of the x coordinates, 2 minus 1. Okay, so that's equal to -1. You can solve this and see it's equal to -1. Alright, so the slope of the line perpendicular to this line, there's a condition for this. Okay, let's pretend that this slope, let's call the slope as m1, and let's call the slope of this line as m2. Okay, the slope of this one is m1 and that's m2. So the condition for perpendicular is if two lines are perpendicular, if the product of their slopes, in this case m1, m2, is -1. Alright, so if m1 is -1 itself, then m2 has got to be 1 for that condition to be satisfied. So armed with this knowledge that m2 is equal to 1, let's try and find the equation of that perpendicular. Alright, so the equation of the perpendicular would be given as y minus y1 is equal to m into x minus x1. Y is just any general point, y is y itself, and y1 and x1 are these points here. We can take y1 and x1 from these points. So y minus y1 is this particular point, minus 2, is equal to m. We have our slope already, this one here, 1 times x minus x1 is this point, minus of -1. Okay. So therefore the equation would be y minus 2 is equal to x plus 1, and we can just kind of simplify that whole thing, take 1 over to the other side, or we can bring the -2 over to this side, any way you prefer it. So y is equal to x plus 3. So there's your equation of that perpendicular here. Right? So that's the end of the video for today. If you have any questions, clarifications, just please let me know in the comment section. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.